Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to review this product that was sent to me by 70mai MAI, and it is a dash cam, one of the first in the world that can record in 360 degrees. Here's the company here, and these are the features that it has. 360 degree recording, automated, with motion tracking, night vision, full featured parking mode, and a built-in voice assistant. You use an iPhone app or Android app to be able to set this up. They also sent me this hardwire kit. You can also hook this up to your cigarette lighter if you wanted power from there instead, but the parking features won't work when the car's off. It's a pretty large dash cam. It's kind of shaped like a pill. This sticky portion goes to the windshield. You stick it on like so, and then this bottom piece here rotates around. This is the camera. So pretty neat stuff. I like how it looks. It's pretty unique. So let's go ahead and install this on our 2016 10th generation Civic. I'll show you how to wire this and how to install it to the windshield, and also we can review the features as well. Alright, so we're going to be test fitting where to put this dash cam. You could put it on the driver's side up here, but it's kind of in the way of my view and I prefer not to have it there, so I'm probably going to put it on this side, somewhere over here on the passenger side. So the first thing you need to do is grab your electrostatic film here, and you're going to pull off this little protective covering, and then that sticky portion goes onto the window, and then this portion right here goes onto the sticky piece right on the center circle right there. That's what's going to stick on the windshield. So this piece goes on the windshield, this one goes on the film. This is what it looks like. And right over here you can see the buttons are still accessible. The up down power button. This is the camera that goes all the way around as necessary. Plus there's a cool LCD screen over there. So this is the hardwire kit. They give you this included pry tool here to be able to push the wiring into the top liner and tuck the wiring in. So let's go ahead and hook this up. So the plug is on the right side of this pill. Now we're gonna go ahead and then take the wiring and stuff it all the way up top here, bringing it towards the driver's side, because the driver's side is where the fuse box is located. So now we're on this section. Again, I'm just tucking these wires in as much as I can until we reach the bottom here. And right over here is the fuse box. So number one is going to be accessory power. So for accessory power, it's this one right here. That's number one. It's just the 10 amp fuse. And then number 16 is this third yellow one, the 20 amp fuse right there. Accessory power and constant power right over here. How we have it set up right now. So these are the two fuse taps that I used, fuse 16 and fuse 1, along with ground, which is tapped into this screw over here. This temporary setup so far, and it is working. Okay, so now that we've finished installing the dash cam, this is what it looks like so far. We have the USB Type-C connector connected for power. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the ignition on by pushing the start button twice. And then it takes a couple seconds, but it'll start to turn on the boot animation. There it is. Has a wonderful animation startup with the happy face. And I've already used this product for about a day now, and so far I like it. The setup is very easy to do. It's all done in the app, and the app guides you very well with clear instructions. So I'm not going to show you how to connect it and all that because the app shows you, but I will show you all the settings and features that this thing does have, and we can give you our honest opinion on it. This is the app you're looking for right here. It's called 70mai. When you first get to this screen, it'll be blank. It'll say connect your device. So I just pushed this one because once the dash cam's on, it'll pretty much detect it and say, do you want to connect to it? So I click directly connect to this one, and then it'll take a couple seconds before it connects fully. So I can see a preview of what the dash cam is seeing. So as you can see, nighttime visibility is very good, very well lit. You can see in front of us here, it's pretty much 1-to-1 what we see on the screen and what we see out there in real life. And it does have night vision and great low light capability. If you want to snap a photo, you can push this button here to take a picture. If you want to look at your album, click on the middle button here and press OK on the bottom. Now this will allow you to review footage. This was my morning commute. The garbage truck was in front of us before we were leaving our place. And I can, fast forward through all this. This is loop recording, so it records all your drives until it's full of memory, and then it just overwrites the next clip. So very useful stuff here. If I want to fast forward to any event, you can go ahead like this. It's also recording audio, which is neat. So if you need to, you have audio recordings. This is a stop sign here. So the quality is very crisp, very clear. If you want to save video or certain clips, press download on the section down here. These red lines here are event indicators that the dash cam basically detects if anything going on. It'll go into 360 camera mode and start filming the rear if needed. So you can turn down the sensitivity of this if you don't want it to keep on turning all the time and you just want it to keep focusing straight. But that's what makes this dash cam so high tech, is the fact that it can detect if there's any events going on and it needs to turn the camera behind, to the side, even staying in front. It has a smart motor. So let's try this event here, this red event, see what happens. So this one is just pushing out to the side and showing us a side view. That's the nice thing about having a 360 camera, that allows you to show what's going on in your surroundings. So as you can see, very useful in the event that you get into an accident and you need to pull footage. It's right here on your device and on your phone. The third button allows you to calibrate. So what you do is you would go up here and then turn this bottom knob until the camera is set right where you want it. Once it's set right where I want it, then I'm going to push that third button and calibrate. And that's going to allow you to basically keep this where you want it. The home setting allows it to focus on staying straight. Let's go to device settings. And in device settings, you'll be able to adjust a lot of settings here. And let's go through briefly which ones are which. So I don't touch the video encoding format. I just leave it on high compression ratio. And that also same with frame rate and resolution. 1080p at 30 FPS is perfectly fine. Let's move on to park security. So parking security is where you would need to hardwire the dash cam so that it has power even when the car is off. And it'll allow, through the sensors, the very sensitive sensors on this dash cam, it'll give you notifications if someone hits your car with a shopping cart, for instance, or someone kicks the car or bumps into it. It can sense the collision detection. So I can go ahead and turn this on and it'll start recording when the collision is triggered. You can adjust the sensitivity here as well. I'll leave it on middle sensitivity for now. So here's where you can set the sensitivity to the events. If it senses an event, it will turn the camera around or turn the camera where it needs to. It's pretty high sensitivity right now, so I'm gonna set the sensitivity a little bit lower. Let's try middle, because sometimes I notice it'll detect an event when there really wasn't. ADAS is Advanced Driving Assistance Systems, and I turned that on. It's a really neat feature that allows you to drive safely. So you can see the warning prompts here, and you can choose which ones you like or not. Forward collision alert, lane departure, front car startup, pedestrian collision warning, and rider collision warning. These are all useful features to help you drive safely, and I'll show it to you in action when we drive here in a moment. So let's go ahead and turn the car on and see how it works in action. All right, so this is what I set my home screen to, which is basically showing me what the camera is seeing at all times. And it is showing that it is recording, loop recording right now. Let's go set off here. I'm gonna try and switch lanes here.
Lane departure.
Wow, that's very, very cool feature. It tells you if you're drifting out of your lane here. All right, so let's see what happens when I need to stop here.
Caution, front car.
So that's what it tells you when it senses that you're approaching a car too fast, which I kind of was there. I was trying to test it out. Oh, it's close.
Vehicle ahead motion detected.
So as you heard there, it senses that the car in front of you is gone. So if you are looking for something in your dash and the car is in front of you is already going and you haven't noticed yet, the dash cam will tell you vehicle motion in front of you detected, meaning it's time to go. Don't hold up the people behind you. It won't work if there's no car in front of you though, so if you're at the front of the line on that stoplight, you have to pay attention. So I'm going to shut the car off, and then let's see what the animation looks like when it closes.
Entering the parking surveillance mode.
So now you can see it's in park surveillance mode, so it's going to be working. Hopefully it doesn't drain too much battery, but I'm sure it doesn't. It uses the door lock for power, and the door lock's always on. So let's go outside and see if it can detect motion. One way we can test this is by banging on the windshield, so let's see what happens. Oh boy, yeah, you can see the camera. It looks angry. It looks like it was like, who did that? So the nice thing is it doesn't record until an event was occurred. So that's when I hit the car there. And now it's like looking at me like, hey, what are you doing, bro? So closing thoughts on this 70mai dash cam. I like it a lot. It's very high tech. It has all these different sensors that can detect collisions, cars in front of you moving, cars in front of you stopping, anyone hitting the car or any kind of speed movements. It's an amazing piece of equipment. I highly recommend you have one. Having a dash cam is super important for your daily commute. Just in case you ever run into any issues or accidents, you'll always have proof of recording. And if you don't want your car being messed with when it's parked, this works really well when the car's off even. I highly recommend getting one of these if you can. I'll leave it in the description down below. Thank you again, 70mai, for letting me review this copy. I really enjoy it very much, and I hope that you will too. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you find it helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good evening.